It's another edition of Celtics Spotlight here on the Carlow Sports Network. Sean Meyers joined by a sophomore setter for the women's volleyball team, Meghan Alexander. Thank you for doing this. How's everything going with you?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing great. And let's talk a little bit about your position on the team, the setter. Now, your team runs a 6-2, which means that you and Jenny Yezevich both play setter. So what are the benefits of that approach?
Definitely having 3 attackers is a really big benefit. You always have 3 options instead of 2, as you would have with a 5-1, so it always gives us more of an option when it comes to offense.
Well into your sophomore year now, when you look back to where you started as a freshman, what have been your biggest areas of growth?
Definitely my footwork. That has always been a struggle for me, but over the spring season and the summer and even like preseason with our new coaches, we've worked a lot on like the little things like the footwork, getting to your X, like things like that. So that's definitely improved a lot for me.
Carlow had a great start to the season in the non-conference. What were the biggest keys to that success?
Definitely the mental toughness and just like the mentality going into the games. Like we didn't really have much of a season last year because of COVID, and so this year we were just so eager to play that we gave it our all.
That being said, the River States Conference is a bit of a different animal, and that has been very challenging. What makes the conference opponents so competitive?
Compared to the other teams that we played in the beginning, they're a lot faster with their offense. Their defense is a lot better. They're tall, too. Like, that is our one thing that we lack. We are a very short team, but we try to make up for it within our serves and our defense and things like that.
What were some of the goals that you set for 2021, both individually and for the team?
For the team, we all wanted to be there for each other and be hype and, of course, win, but do everything it takes to get the win. And then for myself, just being a leader, like as a setter, you run the team on the court, so just being there for my team, staying out of my own head, and bringing everybody up when I can see they're going down.
Let's rewind a few years ago. What led to your decision to come to Carlow?
I love the campus. I've never been a big school person, so I love the small campus, the community, and I loved Julie when I first met her as well, so that was definitely the big I'll go to Carlow moment.
What's your major? What would be an ideal future profession for you?
I just switched my major. I was a chemistry major, and now I'm speech pathology, so big change, but I'm very excited about it, and I'd love to work with like clinical patients or even like in a school or rehab facilities with patients.
Does that extend how long you're going to have to be here?
No, it does not, fortunately. It's a 3-year program, so it kind of worked out perfectly that I did that this year.
What has been your most enjoyable course that you've taken here at Carlow?
Definitely chemistry. I am such a nerd, but I loved chemistry.
So the vast majority of your team here at Carlow competed in the WPIAL. You did as well at Penn. So did you have familiarity with any of your teammates before you got to Carlow?
Yes, for sure. I knew Haley. She played at Plum. And then I actually played club with Giovanna and Claire, so I knew both of them through club and through high school as well. So it was kind of cool doing that.
Did you go against Plum at all then?
Yes.
Did you win?
Yes.
Okay, I'm a Plum Mustang alum as well.
Okay.
So it's okay. Speaking of Penn, what was your fondest memory there?
Definitely playing volleyball. I loved the team. We had such a good team chemistry. We all got very close, traveling, like all those things like that.
I told you before we came on that I was just there covering a high school football game on Friday. Do you still follow the Warriors athletics or the WPIAL?
Yeah, I definitely do. I still watch some of their football games or keep up with it because it's kind of like still like a little piece of home, you know, or I'll keep up with the volleyball team as well, both men's and women's.
And they have a really good football team, by the way, for those unaware.
Yep.
If you could change one rule about college volleyball, what would it be?
I don't think I would change anything, just for the refs to wait the 8 seconds when you go to serve, because I did get caught on that, but it was only 4 seconds and I went back.
Do you go with water, a sports drink, or something else when you're playing?
I do a little bit of both. I do some water. If I feel a little like out of it or down, I'll go with some Gatorade.
Gotcha. Almost everyone says water. I'm surprised by how many people go with that as opposed to the sports drinks.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite social media app and why?
Definitely Snapchat. I feel like I connect with a lot of people that I don't see here at Carlow with Snapchat, so for sure.
Do you post a lot on the stories there?
Here and there. I'm not a big poster.
Lastly, if you woke up tomorrow and you had $1 million, what's the first thing you do with it?
Buy a new car, without a doubt.
Anything in particular?
Sports car.
Okay.
For sure.
You could probably buy a couple nice sports cars with $1 million. Meghan, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
That's Meghan Alexander, a sophomore setter for the Celtics here on the Celtics Spotlight.